Each year, golfers of all ages and abilities put their skills to good use in charity golf tournaments.
I think we might win it all.
Some of these events are much more competitive than others, but most of them have a purpose that's much bigger than birdies.
Let's go! Nice!
Golf is a really good way to, it takes you out of everything, I'd say. Most things you're usually sitting on your phone. Golf, you're not supposed to be on your phone. Get out, get in nature, and especially it's something you can do with large amounts of people, especially with a tournament.
For the past 2 summers, family and friends of Ben Longley have done exactly that, gathering at Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort to play his favorite game together.
The golf tournament just made total sense with that being, his favorite sport, Paul, his dad's favorite sport, something they both love to do together, and then something that us as friends have grown to join in the love of golf, and now we all do it together kind of in his memoriam.
It's a day of laughter and hugs, but also tears, since Ben is only able to be there in spirit. Longley was just 22 when he succumbed to his struggles with mental health.
That's the toughest thing about Ben's story is, we were always able to be so vulnerable with him and emotional, but that ended up somewhat being a part of his downfall, is not feeling like he could be vulnerable to everyone, and so that's kind of what we're trying to change here as a narrative.
The best way to accomplish that was to turn their personal tragedy into a story of hope and resilience. The suicide prevention nonprofit Lost&Found, and more specifically its peer-to-peer mentorship program, was the perfect partner.
Peer-to-peer mentorship is a non-clinical program meant to pair college students with a peer when they might need some extra support, particularly when they might be demonstrating risks for a mental health condition or, in a worst case scenario, suicide ideation. So effectively what peer-to-peer mentorship is a tool that gives students another voice and another opportunity to connect with somebody when they need it most.
The response has been impressive. Through its first 2 years, the Longball22 Classic has raised over $125,000 to support peer-to-peer.
You think about the amount of golf tournaments that are out there, that's dramatic. Because of that outpouring, we've been able to bring peer mentorship to a total of about 150 students, mentors and mentees, over that period of time. And 80% of the participants, or actually more than that, are experiencing increased resilience. They're experiencing increased protective factors against suicide.
That really says a lot about us as a group and why we want to do this and the effort that we've put forward, but it also says a lot about the community of Sioux Falls and the community that we have around us, and the urge that people have to want to help and be a resource for mental health, because it's affected so many more people than us. And the people in the community are recognizing that and really, putting their money where their mouth is and trying to help out and make an impact.
I mean, it is incredible to see what we've done and how fast it came together, and the good going forward that it's going to do.
While the tournament's true impact is tough to measure, there is one undeniable truth. The family and friends of Ben Longley are golfing to save lives.
All right.
Honoring one that was lost too soon by helping as many others as possible.
He'd be mostly proud of his parents with the effort that they've put in. I mean, they've put in countless hours, grouping us together, keeping us, as a friend group on the ball, getting sponsorships for the tournament, putting the tournament together. And I think Ben would be extremely proud of us as a friend group, 20 of us in the fellowship, staying together. We make a point to try to tell each other that we love each other as much as we can now. After Ben, we didn't do that a lot. And so with his passing, it's kind of lit a fire in all of us, because you never know when you won't get that opportunity again.
The fellowship that was mentioned in the story is actually Ben's friend group from high school, which consists of about 20 people. Both Angerhofer and Cassiello, who were featured in the piece, say that since Ben's death, that group has grown even closer and now does a much better job of communicating their love and support for one another. This year's Longball22 Classic Golf Tournament is set for Friday, July 21st at Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort. For more information on that, the Longley Foundation, Lost&Found, or the Peer-to-Peer Mentorship Program, you can visit any of the websites you see on your screen.
Our thanks to our sponsor, Build Your Base with Beef, and all those who have let us share their stories this season. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you again in the fall with a brand new season of Midco Sports Magazine.
This has been Midco Sports Magazine, presented by Build Your Base with Beef Sports Nutrition and Training Program.